We mentioned previously the book written by Preston Harold, The Shining Stranger, and then this book here, which contains several sections. Now, the last section that I mentioned before is an additional book written by Preston Harold, in addition to this one. And that particular book is called On the Nature of Universal Cross Action. Now, this talks about science, physics, mathematics, the I Ching, types of energy, and details about the kind of reality that is not obvious to anyone who's except Preston Harold, who tends to know this extremely well. And in it, you find things that are extremely important in the work of Preston Harold. And I will simply show you one page, for example, because this pun page will give you a slight picture of the kind of mathematics that he is using here. So if you go to this page, take a look at that. And you see the type of mathematics that he is using here. And he takes potential energy, real energy, protons, neutrons, nucleus, Q energy, and so forth. Here is another example of the formula that he puts together regarding all of this. And all of this, of course, relates to the way the I Ching is put together. That's why all of this is so important, that he takes the I Ching and makes it into physics, mathematics, and universal energy. That's something that you will not see in any other book dealing, of course, with the I Ching. It is completely new and completely different. It is a more detailed section of what he had written in The Shining Stranger. So that is an extremely important part of this book. And then as you come to the other sections of the book, especially the glossary, you will find in there descriptions of so much of what he says in here, and it spells them out for you in such a way that you will know much more about what he meant. And that's a very important part to read if you want to get to all that he's talking about in mathematics, energy, and particles, and so on. So that's very important. And then I meant to tell you, I also have a separate copy of the Palestinian mystery play written by Winifred Babcock. And it says, based on The Shining Stranger by Preston Harold. So what she takes all this, she has a Palestinian mystery play. Now, what does that mean, the Palestinian mystery play? Well, this is something that has a great analysis of everything Preston Harold did and put into what they call a play, which is not a play really, but it's done in such a way that it seems to be that. So in here, I will tell you a couple of the chapters, and we will get an idea of what it's like. This book, it's called, first of all, The Premise. In the beginning, Jesus of Nazareth takes the stage. St. Paul steps into the starring role, and so on and so forth. Now, we'll tell more about this in a moment, plus a second book I have, which is very interesting, while we continue our work with Preston Harold.